Hello everyone, welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. We're back here on Elm Creek with Grober Games. We are in the month of June, and it looks like our barley's already ready, which is kind of a shocker to me. I wasn't expecting it to be ready till July, but I guess we keep getting it in early, so I should be used to that by now. And I just wanted to check our field 51 down here. It looks like we still haven't got any weeds in that yet, which is kind of shocking to me. So we're going to start out our day. We're going to hop into the combine here. We're going to get to work on our field. And I was kind of looking this morning and at the contracts that people have put out there. Oh, actually, we haven't looked at the used equipment lot for a while. Nothing that interests me or we can even afford to begin with. Well, besides the silage compactor, but we aren't doing silage. And there was a harvest contract out here that kind of interests me, but I don't really want to do that one. We've done that one field quite a few times. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm trying to remember. There we go. Got my swath. And we got plenty of our own stuff to do today when you think about it, because we're going to have our straw to bale today, so we're going to hold off on doing any contracts today. Because like I said, we got plenty of our own work going on now. Even though it would probably be a lot more beneficial for us to do it just because of the money we would make off it and having that extra barley again for the chickens. Speaking of which, I'm thinking next year we're going to sell 60 of the chickens off and start kind of slowly cycling each year out for chickens, if that makes sense. You know, like we'll sell the 60 of the oldest and then we'll let them reproduce. And we'll keep cycling them out like that. I think that's going to be the best idea right now, because I know they say that, have said that basically that they do lose their productivity as they get older, like all the animals do. So we're gonna start kind of slowly cycling stuff out. And oh, I just realized this combine's getting low on fuel. Well, we'll have to make a trip across the road before we head out back to start that field and top it off, just so that way we don't have to worry about it. Worry about that. Don't need another series where I run equipment out of fuel on. But that's the plan for the chickens, to cycle those out. I think the sheep are going to be good for a while. And I might start them a little bit early cycling out, because I bought all the sheep at the same time in the same age range. So it makes sense that I might want to start doing those, sell like 5 of those off a little bit earlier. And then start having the other ones reproduce and refill the barn. But like I said, we just got the sheep barn, so we should be good for a year or two before we have to start doing that. And maybe perhaps we'll wait to start selling some off when we. Well, I wonder if we can move sheep from barn to barn without having a trailer. Because all the livestock we've bought, we've had to pay someone to haul it in for us. And I'm kind of wondering if we could get away just moving like some of the older ones to the new barn when we decide to put a new barn up. And that way we can start reproduction and start filling that barn up, and we won't have to spend as much money on filling it. Maybe that'll be the route we'll go. But that still might be quite a ways away, because I said we were going to buy field 52. Let's see here. But I'm thinking maybe buying field 40 instead. Because then we got that little grass patch over there, right next to the interstate, and on an off-ramp that we might be able to make better use of, so to speak, if that makes sense, as our grass field for sheep when we start needing to produce more hay and grass for them. I think that's what I'm going to lean towards doing at this point, but we'll see what happens. Plans are always changing with me. especially since that's going to be $177,000 versus I think it was like 152 for the other field. Double check here quick after we get started back on this pass back up the field. I wonder if I can just dump directly into the chickens because I know they need feed as well. I think whatchamacallit needed as well. 140,000 versus 177,000, so almost 40 grand more. But I think we be getting more out of it going here because we could do the grass around the edges of the field too if we wanted to, and then having that little chunk right there as well. But maybe we'll stick with field 52 just because it's going to be cheaper, and I think that'll get us more than enough grass. Yeah, I think that's what we might do. But like I said, plans are always changing with me, especially when certain items come up for sale on the used market. But we'll plan for today. We'll plan on we're gonna plan on getting our own barley all taken care of. We're gonna plan on baling all the straw and getting it sold too. Get a little extra income coming our way, and then we'll head out right away and get our fall application of, well, I shouldn't say fall, but summer. Get our first round of application of the fertilizer on this field, so that way it's ready to go. And maybe we'll pick up one of the other contracts. Like I said, I kind of want to stay away from that harvest contract for now, even though all that extra money would be great. But I feel like we've done that one quite a few times already that I kind of want to stay away from it. And there's a few other contracts that I feel like might be more up our alley, like the few fertilizer ones we got out there would be probably a little bit are a little bit more appealing to me right now, especially since 9, 41, and 72. 41's right next to us, isn't it? Yeah, it's just right across the road, so that would be a really easy contract to pick up, and then we could always hit up field 72 on the way back type thing. Just make a round the block type thing. But for now, we'll just focus what we got now, and then we'll figure the rest out as we get there. So we'll see you guys after the time lapse.
curious, but there's something cold in the way you are. The things you said had me going good, but it left a scar. You invite me and then you turn me down. Get my hopes up and then you're gone. I fall for every word that you say to me. So hard, being drawn to you so easily. I am stuck in a loop of chemicals. What's the point of this? But I don't wanna be alone. I keep looking at my phone, but you never call me. And then I see you on the street. Said your heart just skipped a beat, and that you miss me. It's always the same story with you, but I just cannot refuse you. I'm sad after this time that I'm out that you ain't believe it's right. Why am I so curious? So curious, so curious. So curious, so curious. Your friends
Alright, everyone, I think I'm going to wrap it up a few minutes early today. I got some other things I got to get done today yet that I kind of forgot about till just about now. So we're gonna take this little straw in, and when we come back, we'll still be in the month of June. I think we'll pick up a few contracts here just to get some more income in. I'm still debating. Well, maybe I won't have a choice now. Looks like the harvest contract's done, so I was gonna say I was still debating about doing that, if I wanted to do that one or not, but you know what? It looks like it's been decided for me already, so we won't have to worry about that anymore. So we'll get the straw sold, and then we're gonna go back and get our first round of fertilizer dropped down on the fields, so that way that's done, and then I think we'll pick up a few other fertilizing contracts just so we can keep a steady income coming like we have been this game so far. I'm feeling pretty good so far. I haven't checked in on our spinnery yet lately, but we don't have a whole lot of wool to haul in yet, so we're not gonna, until we at least get 2 pallets or more, we're not gonna worry about making a trip over there. And let's see. Oh, there we go. Now they're getting sold. So $3,200 for those bales. So it has been worth baling up the straw and just selling it right away. So that actually paid for the maintenance on the class. Unfortunately, only the class, not the class and the John Deere. So I think it was about $4,000 or $5,000 that I spent to fix both of those up. But we're gonna call it a day here. If you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. If you're enjoying the content, please subscribe so you can stay up to date to the latest of the Elm Creek series. Above all else, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day. And most of all, thanks for watching.